Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. In the last episode we snuck our way into the pirate homeworld and obtained the X-ray visor. Ooh, there's a missile upgrade in there. But remember to get that. This episode we'll be going even further in. You remember there's that trapped trooper who wants a hand from us, so we will try and help him out as much as possible. Oh shit. I really can't do this without the X-ray visor, can I? Yep, there you go. You have to see this in the right spectrum in order to actually be able to use this twisty-do. Let's do that. So this gives us access to the kind of engineering level underneath here, which lets us fuck some stuff up. So we have a welding panel, so let's do that. Brr, zap. And don't buzz the bee. Did anyone ever have one of those? I don't really know what the word for it is. We had one that was called Don't Buzz the Bee. You know where you've got like a little metal ring and... oh, power by the way. You've got a little like metal ring and you've got to get it over a long like wire that's electrified. So when you touch the ring against the wire, it goes like bzzz, and like makes a noise and you've got to do it only a certain number of times. We had one called Don't... and it was specifically called Don't Buzz the Bee, and the little wand you were holding had a bee on the end. Power cell here, by the way. As you'll have noticed with previous ones, remove the power cell. We get a power cell for our collection, energy cell even, but obviously that's going to do things upstairs. But yeah, so it had a little bee on it, it made like a buzzing bee sound whenever you hit it, so I can refer to those things as don't buzz the bees. Either way, yes, you'll notice, hooray, the Metroids are now free, but also this, what's it called is now free, missile expansion, which is nice. I'm only realising now, right, because I was thinking about, like, so in other Metroid games, a nice way you had of defeating Metroids was, if they grapple onto you, you hit, there we go, like that, you hit them with the old power bomb, but this game doesn't really have power bombs as such, and it just made me think how little you really use the ship missile in here. Like, we've only used it, like, a couple of times in the episode we got them. So I don't know whether you just like are supposed to. It's estimated that you'll just use it more in combat than I do, because I think you can just target anyone in combat with it, any random person. But boy, is it so far a really underused power up. Anyway, we've now got with the welding underneath. We've now got this specimen thing that's kind of transferring us between the two levels. So that's quite nice. And oh, right, let's not do that again. Let's try take two. Hop into this one. And hop out the top, and let's not get out of the morph ball until we are around here a little bit. There's a couple of potential ways we can go here, but we're going to take the white door for now, or not. Take the white door, there we go. So an outdoor area here has a lot of nasty acid rain, which we don't want to get involved with at all, because it will absolutely fucking rinse us, and we still don't have a way yet of just protecting against that, though we're getting there. If not this episode, which actually seems unlikely, but certainly next episode. This feels very kind of arbiter's ground, this like one-way spinner lock system here. Anyway, just grab a cheeky little missile expansion, and then we'll head back to the room we were just in. Oh, I can hear Metroids, but I'm going to ignore them. We just now go through the orange door, is actually where we needed to go. That one was just a bit of a cheeky bonus. Right, I guess we just need to go over here. Oh yes, for now well, there's a couple of things going on. We need to take out these 4 Seeker missile points. That was quite cool. It's released puffers, or puff mines, I can't remember what they're called. They're like the space... Every planet has its own version of them. There's gel puffers, there's sky puffers, and I guess they're like pirate puffers. They're not pirate puffers, because that sounds ridiculous, but it's something like that. But if we get to the edge here, we can indeed scan them. Yeah, puffer mine, that was it. Cybernetic bioform capable of receiving toxic gases. Don't breathe this, in short. There's also pirate lore somewhere over here. There we go. So this one's called The Source Discovered. After our liberation, she left us adrift. We thought this a test of our loyalty, so we endured. Some said she abandoned us. They were promptly shot. Good one. Shot. Disciples do not doubt their leader. When she returned, it was on the back of a titanic starborn beast. As we grovelled in awe, she ordered us to follow the beast through a rift in space, a wormhole. Some refused to follow, afraid of the unknown. They too were shot. Disciples must be fearless. Once through the rift, we saw a singular wonder. Phase, the source of all phazon in the cosmos. phase, home of our glorious leader. Ooh, you should be hopefully starting to connect the dots now. The planet that the Chozo Searcher was looking for on Elysia, the planet there made of pure phazon, it's where the Leviathans come from, it's all connected. Oh, the game is definitely telling us things here. There's this magnetic rail here that Samus was looking straight at, which connects to this whole device, which has rotating towers, and crucially at the bottom there, we can just about scan it. Look at that. The hazard shield! Bloody hell, doesn't that sound useful right now? But we'll need several things we haven't got already to get to it, let alone an ability to access those magnetic rails. But if we go through here, if we bring our map up, we'll see up ahead here, meet up with captured GF Trooper is actually just ahead. I never showed where it was as an objective on the map, but it's there, straight ahead. Alright, let's give him a bit of a helping hand, take out these pirates. I'm not going to use hyper mode actually because, well, I'm not going to say why I'm not going to use it either, but the fact that I've said that is already a bit obvious, but either way.
Thank the stars it's you. I thought I was a dead man. I think I can help you get to the seed. As I'm sure you know, the path to the seed entrance is exposed to the acid rain. However, I've seen the pirates using a special suit shield that protects them from the elements. If you can acquire one of these shield units, you could probably make it to the seed. Lucky for you, I've seen where they make these devices. Here are the coordinates.
So, where we need to head is over in the last room where we just were. I saw them making the damn device, so you didn't really need to show me a bloody visualizer for that, did you?
I even know a back entrance to that location, but we'll need your help activating the lift that takes us there. We've got to engage the security levers simultaneously.
Oh, it's like a Hunt for Red October, turning the two keys kind of situation in it. Where's it gone? Over here. So we get on the other side, and we have to press A here.
I'll call out the instructions. We must synchronize our movements or the security clamps won't release. Are you ready? Pull. Twist. Push.
I remember that being far more irritating than it was. That was pretty painless.
Let's get going.
Also, just throwing it out there, that was an incredibly cool lift appearance.
You know, you should never trust strangers, Sammy. This is gonna be fun.
Yes, I thought she was a bit conspicuously absent until this point. Time to fight Gandrayda, the third of the corrupted hunters. Metamorphic bioform able to mimic numerous enemy units in battle. And yes, this is an interesting battle for a number of reasons. Gandrayda's ability to shapeshift has been greatly enhanced by phasal exposure, allowing her to assume a number of deadly forms at will. These new forms come with a cost, as she also inherits their weaknesses. A mistress of stealth, she will employ her personal cloaking field often, setting up her next deadly attack. An advanced phaser system may be able to detect her location. Gotta struggle with that. But yeah, at this point here, when she's just flipping around the place, you can actually deal her damage. Like, oh no, she's doing the creepy thing. Oh god, his face is just there, and you gotta kind of wiggle the remotes like a mad idiot in order to actually shake her off. But yeah, you can just do her damage here while she's going around, but it's not the most ideal. There we go, she's transformed. So she's transformed into a Berserker Lord, and ironically, if you scan it, it'll say Berserker G, Phasite, they're all called something G, everything transformed for Gandrayda. Phasite plating can be destroyed by that. If you open up the logbook, it will just bring you her entry again. So none of those entries are actually new logbook entries, so I'm not counting them for the visualizer. We've got a good few hits on it there, and you'll notice, yes, now its weakness is open, which means we can blast into it in the same way we would if it was a Berserker Lord, and it does that same damage to Gandrayda. Oh, now she's turned into an Aero Trooper, I guess. What the fuck's their weakness? Missiles? I don't know. You gotta have at least a decent idea of how to fight most of the enemies you've come across so far, which is actually quite cool. And it's a very dynamic boss battle because she's got about like 6 different possible forms, and then when she's just flipping around like an idiot, you just gotta shoot her as much as possible. Alright, what are we gonna do with her? Oh, she's got a lot of just irritating attacks when she does that creepy one where she like grapples onto your face. Yeah, one of the things I always find slightly strange with this game is the fact that there's never really any attempt made to like reason with the corrupted hunters. It's just like, I guess they attack you first. Oh, she's apparently turned into a swarm bot. Group forms powerful attack. I hate that grammar. So you just got to kind of stay back from her at the moment here, and she'll hopefully do the group attack, and then at that point you can wail on it. Or she'll just transform back, I guess. Oh, I've said it before about... Oh, you creepy bastard! I've said it before about how cool the Acid Rain looks, and it's really hammered home in this battle as well when you're in this kind of huge open area with it. Obviously, the central area is free. Oh, she's turned into Rundas. She's frozoning her way over there. Now, this is, yeah, about just leading shots and doing what you can, and you have to remember how to fight Rundas. If you scan her, I believe you will get a cheeky reminder of how to fight Rundas. You have to deal it Rundas enough damage, which is much easier now. We've got a Plasma Beam, grapple its armor off, and then you can actually really deal some damage to Rundas itself. That is, Gandrayda herself. Yeah, I think he's particularly weak to the Plasma Beam in this form, because he's an icy bastard, so if we grapple him again. I'm grappling, there we go. Oh, balls. She does have a tendency, she can go into hyper mode, but like all of the corrupted hunters, only really goes into it towards the end. Yeah, that's what I was saying, it's like, it's never like, they turn on you like instantly, there's never really any reasoning with them. Oh, gore. Well, again, it fights the same as gore. You gotta hit the CPU from underneath. There we go, and then your chances there to wail on his face. Don't bother, as I say, using hyper mode, really. But yeah, you don't really, there's no reasoning or any attempt to have discussion or dialogue with them. It's just, oh, they're evil, they attack you, and then inevitably you like just brutally kill them at the end, and that's it. Never seemed quite right to me. Oh, there we go. Let's hit him in the knob. Oh, fine, I'll briefly go hyper, I think. Oh, that was a bad time to go hyper as well. Oh, she's switched back anyway. Well, I did a bit of damage to her there. Oh, she's going to do the creepy thing. It's the fact she's got like, this was a creepy time for Nintendo graphics. This was the time that brought you Xenoblade Chronicles and stuff like that, where a lot of attempts at like humanoid models just had really creepy, lifeless, dead expressions, and it was a bad time for all. Oh, that was cool. The missile chasing him. Ah, what's electrocuting me? And Gandrayda is no different to that. So when she does that attack where she like jumps onto your face, boy does it look horrifying. Oh god, crap! This was not a good time to get bollocksed. There we go. That did a good bit of damage to her. Oh good, she's turned into us. I always kind of forget as well, like, what Samus looks like in the Varia suit, because you literally, after what I consider like the tutorial of this game, Norian, you get the PED suit like straight away, so you spend like 95% of this game in the PED suit, so you can often forget what straight Varia suit Samus looks like, and she looks quite cool, I always think. Though I say straight Varia suit, don't forget there's actually just the Varia suit is technically an upgrade. There's the power suit, that you only get briefly in Metroid Prime 1, where you've got like weird, flat shoulder pads, and it looks very bizarre. Stop bouncing around, you idiot. This reminds me, especially because of the location, which feels a bit... Well, the location feels a bit more like Sanctuary Fortress, but this fight reminds me of that stupid... Oh no, it was in Sanctuary Fortress. It was the fight against bloody Dark Samus there that's bloody irritating. I said bloody enough times, I think, because the thing is how irritating that damn fight is. Oh, she's gone hyper. Excellent. This means we go hyper too. So we can... Oh, she's gone invisible. Can we? No, we can't get access to visors during hyper mode. Well, let's just pull out and wait. So she's over there. So we can... So when she goes invisible, you can target her with... There we go. Target her with the X-ray visor, and then if she overloads her visor, that means she's gone hyper, which means you need to go hyper too. I did not make best use of that energy tank, I'll be honest. And then that kind of process will repeat itself. So she'll go invisible again, and then you'll know when she's done being invisible because... Oh! Ugh, creepy bastard. Actually, I'm just trying... I think she's still hyper, so I'm just going to try and shoot at her here a bit. Oh, there we go. I think we've nearly done her in. Ah! Ah! Where the fuck is she? Oh. The game bamboozled me, because I was like, where the fuck is she? She's like, well, it's invisible, that's her thing. Anyway, I think she's nearly done in. She's quite just a slog of a boss battle, but it's good fun. It's very dynamic, certainly. Oh, she's overloaded, which means that, not command visor. Get the fuck off me, woman! Oh, creepy. And let's do her in. So, we'll talk about that death scene in a second, but let's grab a very cool power-up. So this is the grapple voltage, another one that's completely unique to this game. So, when attached to a grapple point, use control stick forward to send energy along the grapple beam, and a control stick down to drain energy towards you, so you can both power up and power down devices from it. I've lost a lot of health, holy shit. Suppose I was pretty zealous with hyper mode in that. Let's drink all of this in. That at least does... Oh wow, they give you a lot of healing after this. Holy fuck. Why not just give me a save point? Well, I'm almost back to full health. Want to heal yourself up a bit more? Grapple onto this, and suck its energy out. And that powers it down, which lowers the shield. So yeah, you can overload things and drain things of power and fill them with power from your own energy tanks with grapple voltage. It's very cool. We'll be using it more next episode. And it's just, yeah, it's one of the really nice additions to this game. Yeah, we've got this kind of tram system here, I want to say. But I can't remember how to access it. How humiliating for me. Oh, it's this thing here, is it? Control terminal activated. Yeah, I literally just had to scan that. Cool. Yeah, that scene when Gandrayda dies, it's really cool, but it's also fucking horrifying that, like, as she dies, she, like, flash goes, transforms through, like, a load of the stuff she's been recently, and then, like, falls on her knees, turns into us, like Samus, and then, like, does a quite grim, like, scream. It's pretty awful. It's cool, but it's like, holy shit. Anyway, this is like a rapid transit system around the pirate homeworld, so if we take this back... So, first things first, we've got two things here. We've got a bit of pirate lore, the Leviathan. Our leader provided us with great wisdom on many subjects, including the improvement of our mighty battleship, Colossus. We followed her teaching and turned our vessel into a ship without peer, but more work remained. Dark Samus required a mighty flagship, one to strike terror into the hearts of her enemies. The might of Colossus was not enough. She demanded more. Her solution was both unique and excellent. We took her great star beast and fitted it with cybernetic weapon systems. Crew quarters and command consoles were placed within the beast's skull. In times we created a mighty dreadnought and called it Leviathan. The great leader was pleased. So they made like a massive like bio ship out of the Leviathan. That's cool and horrifying. So you'll notice we are now in basically back where we were earlier, because we went up to that proving ground up there, and then that just connected down here to avoid having to do a load of backtracking, which is nice. Metroid games do have a tendency to have a lot of backtracking, but I think due to a few like those rapid transit systems, and also let's power the shield down. yeah, rapid transit systems, the ability to use your ship, there is a lot less backtracking in this, and I think that's pretty good. Some people say it impacts like the exploration feel of this game, but I don't think it does. I think it gets it. I think it really does improve it and make it just a more streamlined experience than the other two Metroid ones. Granted, you don't. I'll talk about this a bit more later. You don't really have the same like feeling of isolation and exploration quite the same in these games as the other Prime games, but I think it's for a different kind of game. I think it does do really well. Anyway. Next episode, we've got a lot of stuff to explore with the old grapple voltage and the X-ray visor, and a lot of that's actually going to be on Elysia. Certainly we're done on the Pirate Homeworld for immediately, but that will be next episode. This episode we defeated Gandrayda in horrific fashion, and yes, got the grapple voltage. And I hope you'll join me next time. Thank you very much, and good day.